the trophy. I think that really knocked him back for a while. He was so close, it must have been soul-destroying.
Yeah, and, you know, it took a little time off after that and just, you know, spent a lot of energy. And again, that scratch maybe took a little energy out of him, and KACI, even more than SVB in my opinion. Look at that, took a little off. And still great spreads. And just like Big Brother,
with great narratives in 9-ball pool at the moment as KACI pushes out. I don't know KLEDIO enough
left
to...
rail, I believe. A little high right spin. Oh, he had caught it full. He's going to need a little help. It's not going to get it, I don't think. Well, the 7 kind of stepped in the way, but the rail first is... Yeah, and, you know, many have said that little brother has a little bit sweeter swing where... Can't take anything away from EKLENT on that point, but it's just a little more fluid, you might. I think that's something that's very overshadowed from the fans anyways when it comes to EKLENT KACI. Just because he's so good, that offensive prowess he has, it's easy to overlook how good he is.
Moritz Neuhausen just getting underway on table 2. That's in the semi-finals tomorrow afternoon.
Just a little pinch, maybe cheat the 6 to the right side of the middle. Force it. You can just lay on the short side of the 8. There was plenty of angle to move the cue ball. And again, these guys both move the cue ball very easily. Use the second rail here. May not. Just depends on how he feels and what he's seeing.
Technically similar, these two, but certainly not identical.
(15, 16 years off, came back and won 2 more. A little thin hit there, and what you'll see with KLEDIO and what you were talking about, he's going to bank this, try and drop behind the 9 on the bottom rail. Smart shot. Just keep it simple early. Get the snooker and see how things unfold. Yeah, I was going to say. Uh-oh. Watch out.
Well, what a fluke from the Golden Eagle. What a fluke that was. The 9-ball just creeping into the pocket to equalize. Here we are. It's good to be good. It's better to be lucky, though.
Yeah, look at that. Wow.
Golden Eagle, golden break. Extraordinary how he's turned a 1-0 deficit into a 2-1 lead in a matter of seconds. Look at this. The 9-ball shooting down the pocket without touching the sides.
Yeah, and he immediately... Wow, just it's so fun to watch, even though it's a lot of the same, how quickly the 1 exits into the side. A lot of cover, though, with the 5 and 7 there. I think that's perfect. A little bit for an angle and then make a decision. Does he want to come back into the 5-7? He's going to be a little flat, so I don't know about coming back into the 5-7. There is a kiss shot on the side. Well, and he probably considering
What a beauty. What a gem of a shot.
Got to ease this one, or is he going 3 cushions? Beautiful stroke. amazing shot, really. Extremely tough, but you see it right there, a little longer through the ball than Big Brother, and that's neither here nor there, just a little different on the technique. Uh-oh. Is he going to get one back? No. But he'll certainly continue the attack. Tricky little shot here coming out of the pocket. You see how it hugs a little bit. Just try to get all he could. Win. But I think the interesting one for me is Olnaki and he. Two guys that,
what I'm saying is correct. I don't think there's another player on the planet who benefits more greatly from the 30-second shot clock than
referring to his demise. When I first saw him, I've never seen a young player that taught me so much about the game. Like some rollout situations, it was almost like Steve Davis when you wonder how he missed shape here. I think he anticipated catching the 9 with the cue ball. Wow, doesn't usually miss that safety. Anything.
Yeah, the word unique is used, I think, a little too often, as KLEDIO just about makes the journey position. You can hear the clicking of the fingers. That's the pool version of applause.
Combinations. It comes from a father that was really incredible in sports as well, so they're kind of trained to be great. And I see that in baseball a lot. Of course, basketball has some. Football occasionally. This. Good thing for him, it was very natural to the 3 ball, and he's going to have to show us the draw stroke here, but
love the way
he changed that when he committed full time to pool. He used to have a pause in the backswing. He said that he just felt like it was no good for 9-ball pool in comparison to snooker. Fell a little straight, so he's going to have to work it. Now we got a lot of people out there watching. Got the KACI brothers going.
And with this winner break format, you can build some sustained momentum. One's in at the last moment, and the 2 is available. So is the...
Oh, look how easily he tracked that cue ball. You know, there wasn't... No, in our World Cup of pool returns, how could you not say these 2 are the favorites? Well, Bessar's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, so I know he's very happy for the 2 brothers and his countrymen. Okay, he decided to run the ball, and that's a pretty smart play from a young man. Just use your speed control and your talent. That looked a little heavy unless he's coming for the side. Guess that makes perfect sense. tell you one thing a young player or amateurs can look at is the process. Even though the shot's fairly routine, try not to change much. I was going to say, I think there could be more in store. We'll see how the cue ball and the two ball unfold here. Wanted that little more of a bump and take to throw the 9 in. Oh, he shaved it, just didn't get enough. But look how he's played the 2. So right before the side pocket.
Foul.
The impetuosity of youth.
No, I get it. It looked nice, but first it looks like.
Well, 3 racks won by EKLENT. Now can KACI start to get some quality table time? Where's the 9? Tracking, but not hard enough.
Nice. Oh, it did go. Wow, I was fooled.
You don't expect KACI to fail with this kind of opening. In the 8th rack, KLEDIO was in command, but he maybe just slightly overplayed his hand, and now 5-2 is going to become 5-4. That 9 ball just keeps going.
Now you could see he was trying to do something special, trying to get to the top left side of the table, and that's what I was talking about. Just trying to lay behind the brown. I didn't realize that was even on offer. Really thought he had knocked that one in.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, didn't want to fall on the wrong side to where he had to go into the 9 or near the. The way things are going, I think he could put a few more together. Caught those a little thin. Not something I've seen from him, really. So Eklund's going to be right back at it.
As we go ever deeper into the match. Not just playing for a place in the semi-final of the European Open, they're playing for family bragging rights.
Yeah, oh, maybe he can avoid the 7 altogether. He can.
Two highly competitive matches on this table.
Threes up table. He's made 2 on the back down. Is he trying to kill this with inside and go 2 rails on the back of the pink like this? Just a little more friendly feeling
when it comes
on
to
the ball.
Well, the hook. Played for the gap, and that's pretty much ideal.
Somewhat straight.
Tells you the pressure is under. Wanted to get down on that with a clear mind.
Of course, he has all that power and hits the ball so cleanly. He said, heck with that. I'll just go ahead and make sure I hit the center of the pocket, and then no worries.
Yeah, they played a race. When these 2 balls go in, as surely they will, this match effectively becomes a best of 7. Four and 7.
That's what I was thinking. He's very good at this, just feeling the swerve to get the full hit to bank it back down. This one got away. Wow, what a shot.
Yeah, he made it look simple when I can assure.
I'm not sure if the 5 pass.
But we saw this afternoon when Mika van Berkelen, as the pressure increased towards the tail end of the match, a couple of balls he would normally not think twice about ended in mistakes. One a scratch, the other the missed green that cost him his place in the tournament.
Yeah, you just see, just like Big Brother, what he does is just convinces you it's going to hold up under pressure. And this 2 ball is going to spin open, and oh my, what a big miss. Tries to draw out of it or stun over. Now he's going to simplify it. So now we're
big crowd assembled around the table, and if you like tense, tight, dramatic pool, KACI must be enjoying this back in the cauldron of the squared circle.
It's really the 2 ball on 3 occasions for KLEDIO, the 2 up in the corner, 2 in the side fields. He wants those tough fields, and he wants to take down 3 of those this year. 9 ball. Ooh, that graze, I think it was going to head towards the side.
Quick update on the next gen final. No clicking there.
Got away a little bit. So he's going to offer. I thought he was going to offer a jump. I think it's.
Fold.
I believe it was, and I wonder, you know, and you don't. Interesting shot. The latter part of the match. Got a lot out of that. A little thin here on the pink, but should be okay.
At the start of the evening, we made a lot of fuss about the fact that this was a meeting of 2 brothers.
Yeah, just got to pay attention to this one. Doesn't need straight, but you don't want to overrun this as well. Oh, that speed's perfect. I can't tell for sure. Yes, it is Duong getting out of the chair to break the ball.
Is the most effective period of when you've been in the heat of battle. There's no $1 first prize at the World 9-Ball Championship. When you've experienced that, you've got a coping mechanism.
Expected everything getting close towards the end. And this 2 ball is going to be open with the cue ball near. Yeah, I don't know if he...
Chinovsky needing 3 balls to take the trophy home to North Macedonia. Gerchinovsky defeats Azulius Taradara Vicious by 9 racks to 5. Ooh, anywhere but there. Pressure ball does
pretty often. Narrowly missing it there, and the 2's going to open again.
He missed that 2 ball to the centre in the 14th rack. Ever since, KLEDIO KACI has been
poorly or anything, but for me, it was the ball and hand shot at 5-2 that he went for the bank combination on the 2-9. I think that was the one that.
Yeah, he could have really locked KACI up, EKLENT KACI that is, and thrown away the key.
Yeah, this is a hair shy. So, and it may be just a touch thinner to the pocket. Cue this with just a hair of inside. Get away from the 7. I wouldn't use the second rail here. That way, get the angle on the 7. Oh my! And the scratch, which is.
The contest looks like being elongated. From base.
And his best connection there. I don't know if it'll produce much of a shot, but it does have some. May try and creep 2 rails right up on it. Man, caught it too heavy, so he's going to leave the gap. Not happy there. Going to use the 6 and the 3 here. Oh, what a clean strike. Look at this unluckiness here. Wow. Great effort.
Sometimes.
Fortunately for him, it's going to move again here, I think.
And it moves in.